Good morning, guys. Welcome to the shop. I thought I'd try to shoot a quick little video here. I'm going to kind of put the belt drive conversion on hold for a little bit. It's just kind of sucking up my time in the shop, and I need to get back to work on the RV10. So I'm going to try to do some shop cleanup today because the shop has become a big rat hole as I work on this. And but I'll show you where I got to, what is kind of blocking me a little bit. It's almost more of a mental block in my experience in design and stuff. So if anybody has thoughts and ideas, please chime in on the comments. I'd be glad to hear it. But here's the mill. Got the faceplate off of the controller because I have the power unhooked, which my little mod in one of my earlier videos, if you haven't seen that, you should go back and watch that. Just clipping these wires, unplugging them, putting different connectors on really made a big difference so you can take this thing apart. Because part of this project I've been taking the motor on, putting the motor off, so I had to put it back together to use the mill, then I had to take it off to test fit apart, blah blah blah. So but I got the before I forget, that printed gear that I made is still working. I'm amazed at how well that is held up. I'm not sure what to think about that, but if anybody else has broken that top gear, it's the gear that is driven by the brass gear directly off the motor, so it's like the number 2 gear in the drive chain. If you got questions about that, or you have that same problem and want to know something more about what I did or how I printed it, please ask in the comments. I'd be happy to tell you. But working really good. I've got spare gears that I ordered from Grizzly, and I'm not going to put them on until this one blows up. Anyway, so I made these. I did the slots here. I did a double slot so that I could adjust slide this plate back and forth. So this is the intention here, is to put a 1032 bolt through here, nut underneath it here in that slot. That way I can slide the whole thing back and forth and get the belt tension where it needs to be. So I've got 4 slots, 2 in each side. I've got holes in the plate. Part of my problem is that the back hole here where I've got the motor drilled and mounted to the plate is kind of covering up that rear hole, so I can't get the bolt in there. I'll have to probably put it in and then put the motor on the plate. I think that'll work just to try it out, but like I say, I'm going to kind of give up on this for a little while, and I don't have it on there. Let's see if I can do this without fucking something up. So there you see the pulley that I made. That was the last part of the project. I actually got the brooches. I ordered actually 1 brooch. It's a 5mm wide brooch and 2 collars. I needed 2 because this front pulley here is a different diameter shaft. And so I got that. My problem is, the question for anybody that has an idea is, this gear initially, the brass gear, is supposed to slide down below the end of the shaft, and then it's held on there with the C-clip. Well, I need this pulley to extend down just a little bit further so I have room to work underneath here to get the belt on to both pulleys, so the new one, which would replace the gear. So I'm not sure how to retain that. I could put a set screw through here. I didn't want to do that. That was the whole idea of buying the brooch and broaching that keyway. And then I can press it on. It's pretty tight fit now. I can tap it on there, but I don't expect that to stay on there once it's vibrating and running and all that. But so I'm not sure what to do about that. That's kind of what's got me held up. But these turned out pretty good. I ended up having to do it about 3 times, like I seem to do everything, because I didn't have a design or a drawing. I should have done all this up in Fusion and then probably 3D printed a prototype to check the fit of everything. But I ended up with holes that weren't lined up quite right and all that typical amateur machine shop junk. Anyhow, I'm going to take that pulley back off of there, put the brass pinion back on. I'll have to take these back off. I'll use the original motor mount plate and put it all back together so I can use it. And I got to get a couple of days worth of work on the RV10 just to kind of keep motivation on that project going. But that's where I'm at. Kind of rambling, trying to keep it short, and didn't work. See you next time.